Boom shakalaka, Bitcoin's worst case scenario plus 3 reasons why this is going to be the most insane bull run we have ever seen. Stay tuned. What's up everyone, Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's video we're taking a look at the worst case scenario for Bitcoin plus 3 reasons this bull run is going to be insane. Before we get into it guys, make sure to like, subscribe, click the notification bell, come join us on Twitter at the Crypto Love. Push that like button. Today, Fear and Greed 26, up just a tad from yesterday. The overall market's up 2% today. Bitcoin at 17,221, Ethereum at 1281, BNB at 290, XRP 39 cents, Dogecoin 9 cents, Cardano 31 cents, and Polygon 92 cents. And Bitcoin bounced off of the levels we were talking about yesterday, the bottom of this ascending trend channel, also coinciding with the 20-day moving average. Now, this bounce being said, what it is, it could head all the way up to the top of this trend channel, which right at this yellow line, the 50-day moving average is roughly about $18,000. Now, that's not the only thing pointing in at $18,000 Bitcoin. Bitcoin just recently had an inverse head and shoulders, generally a bullish pattern. The main target for this channel is between 18.2 to 18.5, right around the same levels we see just from bouncing within this trend channel. Now that could be some short-term good news for Bitcoin, but what about the bad news? Because there's a lot of pessimistic people out here and we have to cater to them too. They are people too. Well, the max pain model right now sits at $13,000 today. This is the Bitcoin underwater supply amount. Historically, previous bottoms Bitcoin price touched this max pain model. You have to take this with a grain of salt because these models are made after the event. This is the first time it would actually be testing this model. But also right now, the bounce price floor at $15,000, the CVDD floor at $16,000. So we're going to get somewhere around those areas. We just recently saw the largest mining difficulty drop since July of 2021 when all the miners moved from China to the US. Now, what does this mean? This means it's less difficult to mine Bitcoin, meaning all these miners that were underwater having to sell all of their Bitcoin don't have to sell their Bitcoin anymore if they've still hung around, because it's going to be easier to mine Bitcoin. And if we take a look out on a longer time frame, because you have to remember, everybody wants to be a billionaire tomorrow, but sometimes it's a long-term game. If we take a look at the 3-month candles, when focusing so hard on the tiny details, we leave ourselves open to miss the bigger picture. Details matter, and so does an eagle's point of view. If you zoom out, we're right now in an RSI descending wedge. Historically, when this has broke out, it has caused a massive bull run, likely to happen once again. Bitcoin has another volume signal. Now, these previous volume signals have been explosive signals for Bitcoin. The first one went at 850%, the next one 120%, the next one 130%. This one, who knows, but on average, that's roughly over 200% for Bitcoin to go up. Recently, and not so recently, when Bitcoin has been in a falling channel like a bear market and it finds support, well, it bounces off of that support to find new highs. We are coming up very, very close to previous support levels seen at the COVID bottom, seen at the bottom of 2019. This could be support for Bitcoin. We have this descending channel. This might be the bottom for Bitcoin to find more bullish prices. As a matter of fact, if we take a look at the ultimate oscillator, the V shape on a 14-day time frame, we can see in 2015 there was a V. This coincided with pretty much the bottom. In 2019 there was a V. This coincided with pretty much the bottom. We have just recently had a V coincided with what could be the bottom. Now, the 3 most exciting charts for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are coming up for all of you who stuck around to the end, because, you know, I like to leave you with a happy ending, especially going into the weekend. If we take a look at here, the liquid supply for each halving, Rational Root says his thesis stands: using a liquid supply as a proxy for scarcity, this is the most mind-blowing chart. Not if, but when demand comes back, things will get insane. Now, if we take a look, halving 1 here is in yellow, halving 2 here is in orange. The current halving, or halving 3, would be in red. Now, if we take a look historically, the liquid supply goes down post halving. This has actually gone up post halving, which means As a proxy for scarcity, there's less and less Bitcoin available, that when demand comes back based on supply and demand, price is going to rocket. As a matter of fact, it's looking right now like we could have a massive turning in Bitcoin price coming up very, very soon. Tech Dev saying few signals have correlated with Bitcoin's macro inflections as tightly as China's 10-year yield, in green right here. The local tops at major Bitcoin impulse tops, local Chinese 10-year downtrend breaks with 3-week RSI exceeding 50 began each of Bitcoin's last 3 moves. So if we take a look, when we have a break of this trend line with the Chinese 10-year yield, when it breaks, that's the bottom for Bitcoin before a massive Bitcoin pump. Happened the first time. When it breaks this trend line, look at that, massive Bitcoin move. When it breaks this trend line, look at that, Bitcoin move. Well, we have just once again broken this trend line, likely to be the next massive Bitcoin move. And all of these trend line breakings correlated with an RSI over 50, where we are right now. And it's not only for Bitcoin, because altcoins right now, crypto total market cap excluding Bitcoin, are at an 8.5-year channel low. We can see this historically. We were in this channel low back in 2016, but we're touching these levels once again. And basically what happens is we go from channel low to equilibrium to channel high to equilibrium to eventually channel low. Well, we are channel low once again. Not only that, but if you see this pink line here and this pink line here, this is the RSI down on the bottom. This is a bullish divergence on the weekly charts. So that being said, bullish pattern forming at the weekly or at the 8.5-year channel lows, likely headed up to equilibrium next. And guess what? Equilibrium is already an all-time high for altcoins. So this could be absolutely massive. Anyways, that's all for today's video. If you enjoyed it, push that like button. I'll catch you guys later. Have a good one. Love you. Peace.
If you don't think Bitcoin's going to $1 million a coin and then $10 million a coin, you're already a loser.